Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats, for the show is very shortly going to begin. Thank you. Thank you. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie. It's the 4th of March, 2020. And with any luck, if I turn my head, bing, bing. Yes, the lovely Julia is sitting next to me. Hello, lovely Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Another exciting show. And hello to everybody out there in the Vobosphere. It's very nice that you've come along. Actually, we're going to have a bit of a meal, actually. I hope you don't mind. It's been so late and I'm so hungry and Julie's not had a chance to eat and everything's got behind us. So I said, do you know what? I'll rustle up a salad and we'll have it on the show.
Very kind of you.
It's very nice. The great thing about a salad is it doesn't go cold, although we've got some relatively hot potatoes. Ooh. Anyway, lovely Julia, who is out in the Vobosphere at the moment?
We have Ernie, Jeff Kellison, Major Minus.
Major Minus.
Major Minus.
Hello, Major Minus.
Kevin Hall.
Kevin Hall. Hello, Richard.
Andy Frierson.
Hello, Andy Frierson.
Me.
You.
Ed Loud, Andrew Norris, Andy Stacey, Mike Dixon, Cheryl Craggs.
Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Mike.
Mariette Genealogy, Audrey Forbes Hamilton, and Judith. So far, hello everybody.
It's lovely to see you there. And Major Minor, saw your thing about the history books. I'm not a great fan of Simon Sharma. I've seen him on videos, and he seems to be very cynical. But he may be a perfectly good bloke. There's so many history books. Which ones do I recommend? I'll have to come back to you on that one if that's all right. Friday, yes, Kevin. Please come over on Friday and show me how to slice my leg off with the chainsaw. That would be absolutely fantastic. That would be good. It's Wednesday, it's midweek. We've got some stuff to play in on the show. We have, of course, the second part of the Andrew Norris moment. Yay. And Nigel Sadler has been about with a planetary eye. And we'll be finding out a bit about that in the show. And also, we've got an announcement about something that we have done before, we're doing again. But wait for that. Meanwhile, wait for it. Now, do you like salads?
I do.
I'm glad you said that because otherwise all of this...
No.
No, right, okay. It's a takeaway then. We'd have to get on the phone to
Somebody order us a takeaway.
Some curry house.
Kidding, don't.
So I've slaughtered a pig. I've been down the dairy and squished the teats of a cow and made some cheese. I've grown some radish, which I don't know whether you like radish. Do you like radish?
I do.
Oh, do you? That's right. I haven't managed to take that. I haven't made it all presentable or anything like that, I'm afraid.
I've got teeth.
Oh, you got teeth. That's good. And we've got some potatoes, which are on the vine, but I left the vine at home.
Oh, excellent.
Well, I am.
You
at
are.
Home. Yes. And beetroot that have been pickled.
Cool.
Overnight. And also some strong, these aren't the ones I had before, which were the chili ones. Got some strong onions. Yeah, they've been down the gym.
It says strong.
Yeah, they're strong and tangy. Actually, I've already had one, they're all right.
I'm going to have acid reflux and indigestion.
And we've got some potatoes.
Weeks.
We've got some crisps. There's some sort of salad. There's cream of salad. And I've got over here Mrs. Bridges' beetroot and red onion chutney, which is actually very nice, worth trying. And I've got a limp bit of celery and a bit of cheese. So that's it. I'm absolutely starving. Who else has joined us meanwhile?
We have Lara, Linda Kane, Mikey Stevens, Robert Baxter, Peter May, Steve... Is it Guy or G?
Steve G.
Steve G. Philip Hammond and Robert Grosser.
Hey, lovely to see you. Excuse my fingers, I'm already
Who's
going to-
here for the Norris moment tonight.
Oh, yes.
Screw the rest of us.
Oh, absolutely. Is Andrew Norris there? That's the question.
Not seen him yet. Yes, I have, actually. I
There
tell
we
a
go,
lie.
that's
I didn't even
marvellous.
say his name.
Yes, I don't know if Andrew Norris, your mum, is watching, but if your mum is watching, thank you so much for the lovely sausage casserole. I have been dining on it for ages. It's it's repeated many times, and the doctor has given me some pills. But apparently it's not coronavirus, so we're all right. We're all right. No, it was very lovely. It was lovely to see Monsieur Le Norris. A very nice bloke. Do have some of this. They are new potatoes, freshly picked only this morning out of my vineyard. And I've smothered them in a little bit of butter and added a tiny bit of salt. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Now, whilst I'm helping myself, maybe you could read out some of the comments.
Yes, we have...
It's so bossy.
Frap G, how come you removed me?
Who's Frap G?
I don't know. It's not Francesco, is it?
Is it? I don't know. Frap G, how come you removed me? Is that Francesco? There's a knife there. Could you pass me a knife?
We didn't remove him, did we?
We blocked. There was a bit of an argy-bargy between somebody called D for Bricks and somebody else called Francisco Bellringer, and we did say if you carry on like that, we'll have to just ban you from that one show. And it was only the one show, so I don't know if you've seen the one show. It's on BBC One, isn't it? Anyway, don't look so disturbed.
No, I'm just confused because you can't permanently remove someone.
I don't know how it works. Here, have a pickled onion. Oh, it's not a pickled onion.
I'm gonna.
Do you like beetroot? No, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have some radish.
Well, it's nice to see you again, Francesco.
Yeah, lovely to see
Sorry you can't get back on your other account.
But you're welcome on that account.
Don't know why.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know nothing. I did wash these. Some of them are, there's a big fat juicy one. I'm having that.
I'm having that big fat juicy
Oh,
one.
all right then, fair dues. Could you pass me the ham, please? I'd like some ham with my thing. Do apologise that we're going to be munching through the show, but don't panic. You won't be affected by any of it, but we will, because all of this has been poisoned.
Do you know, I'm sure I was just saying last week that I wondered where Francesco'd gone.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him for a while.
Yeah. Good to have you back, son.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Son?
And
Son?
is he your
How
son?
old do I think I am?
I don't know. How old do you think you are?
I think I've just aged myself.
Oh,
Anyway.
there we are. Have a bit of ham.
Well,
very
thank you very
nice.
much.
Straight from the pig, that is. Sliced it off. He's all right, though. He's limping in the back garden. So good evening to you, Philip Hammond. Robert Crosser says, here for the Norris... Oh, you're here for the Norris. You read that. Peter May, Julia is looking great and purple as always. And watch out for those pickled onions. They're very hot.
Said Julie, actually, but never mind.
Oh, yes.
It's a completely different name.
Which is, yeah, I had some ones which were chili, actually. Chili flavoured or chili. They had chili pips, whatever. The chili seeds. Chili something. Chili. And... they blew your brains out. Not your brains, obviously
No,
my
I don't-
brains,
I don't
because
think I'd
you know how
tried
thick
those.
I am. Do you
What
want
are you
some?
looking
Oh yeah, I didn't bring a
Cheese.
very sharp knife, did I? I knew there'd be something.
There are knives.
Oh, there are
We
knives.
can use a knife.
Yeah.
Would you like me to cut some for you?
Yes. Could you hack a great?
I'll be
big-
mum.
Be mum. How are we doing? We've got Nigel Sadler's in on the show doing a bit of video. Thank you very much for sending that in. We have the what's name moment, and we also have something rather special that we've done before, but we're going to be doing again. And if you can guess what it is, you win tonight's bumper prize
Of nothing.
Oh no, they can have a.
They can have an.
Yeah, they can have
Onion.
an onion, a pickled onion,
pickled
but you do
onion.
have to come and collect it before 9:30. That is that's the only thing. Whilst you're cutting, oh look at that, lovely
One
bit of
each,
cheese.
two?
Yeah, no, two definitely. Could you have? I was going to say, could I have a chunkier piece?
Okay, like that. I do like to take the pea.
It does. Yeah, that's a nice chunkier piece.
I love that bit.
Yeah, thank you very much. Could you pass the crisps
He's not
over?
going to ask me to do that again, is he?
No, he's not. No, I will. Could you pass the crisps over, please? Because
yeah.
there's nothing more irritating to an audience than somebody eating crisps live. Oh, there we go. I remember watching a film back in the days when I used to make Super 8 films. And I went to this competition. And in this competition, there was a film called A Very Boring Film.
Called that.
It was called that. It was called A
Okay.
Very Boring Film. And I forget it was in a competition, and you know how competitions have themes.
Yeah.
And this competition had the theme. I don't know what the theme was. I just thought I'd mention it. And this film was called A Very Boring Film. And all the film was a bloke in a room sitting on a window ledge eating an enormous bag of crisps. And it was just one shot, locked off, and it was just eating these crisps. And it was hilarious. It was just, I don't know what, there was something about it that is just somebody eating crisps, because all the other films had tried really hard to win the competition. It was just this one locked off shot of this bloke just slowly munching through, because all the time you're going, he's got to do something else. Surely there's something else. And at first you could feel the room that bristling. They were going, well, this isn't going to win, is it? This is really dull. And it was just called a very boring film. But by the end of it, everyone was in laughter. They were tittering away. So it is amazing how you can do something which sort of goes against the grain. And so in tonight's show, we'll be going completely against the grain by munching crisps and gobbling up pickled onions. Could you pass the salad cream? Oh, and some leaves. Yes, please, both, actually. And then, I know I haven't given you a chance to do anything else.
That's right.
Can you start reading some more comments, please?
Peter May says, sorry, Julia, autotype kicked in. And I hope tonight we have guessed what it is with your new microscope.
Oh, yeah, not tonight. That's coming very soon, Josephine. It's just not tonight.
And don't worry, I don't... the name thing, don't worry.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well,
Mike Dixon says, you're making me feel very hungry.
Well, I haven't eaten properly all day, although I did have some soup at lunchtime.
Yes. Oh, so did I.
Yeah. Just because you came round and we did something that we did before and we're going to be doing again.
Sounds very ominous.
I know, it does sound ominous. I just like a little bit of gossip to start. You know?
That'll get the tongues wagging.
Oh, yeah, we like to get those tongues wagging. What is this muck? Oh, it's the
Hello,
cream
Nikki
of soda.
Jess.
Hello, Nikki Jess.
She says, hello, guys and lovely girls.
Yes, I'll just say goodbye to Nikki Jess before she starts, because she might say goodbye at any moment. Goodbye, Nikki. Nice to see you.
Did you say hello and goodbye?
Oh, I'll say hello at the end.
Okay.
I'm going to save the hellos at the end, just looking what else I can stick on my very big plate. Here is what I'm having tonight, ladies and gentlemen, just for future reference, in case you ever want to know. There it is. Look at that.
That's taking a photo of your dinner to a whole new level.
Yeah. And what have you got on yours? Here.
Not a lot so far.
You can do the camera operating.
I think Linda Kane's got it.
There we go. Look at that.
Quite sparse at the moment.
Sparse. That is a sparse dinner. Yeah, sorry, because I've given you all the instructions.
I'm just going to shuffle that way without
knocking shove that over there. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to do something slightly different than we did before. Not always, but we do try.
Very trying.
Yes, thanks very much. So, F-Rap about... Oh, this other one, Frabagrap.
That's Francesco.
I'm off to school to the 15th of March. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Precautions for the coronavirus. Well, he's in Italy. So what? So Francesco, if you're in Italy, what is the word? What is the word on the street in Italy in your part? What are you doing? And are people panicking? Because you've got quite a lot of cases, haven't you? Seen them in the luggage shop. But you've got quite a few cases over there of the coronavirus. It's only known as corona if you can't say corona.
Robert Croser says he feels like a gooseberry.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Why does he feel like a gooseberry?
I don't know. Bibbledy bobbly boo.
Ah, yes.
She or he says, Julia, your jumper is awesome. Thank you. I don't know why I assumed you were female.
Your jumper is the same colour as...
the beetroot. Not quite.
Not quite. All right. Fair dues.
Beetroot is definitely your ready colour.
It's already in my mouth.
It's already in your mouth. What else have we got here?
Mickey Stevens. The lichen growing on the trees up here in Scotland, the new, is so profuse and mostly like furry
Almost
balls.
like furry balls.
Wow. Mickey, are you Scottish? Are you Scottish? Okay.
Isn't that Mikey?
It's M-I-K... Oh, is it Mikey?
Yeah, because
there's no C. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, C. Yeah. Mikey. Sorry, Mikey. Mikey.
Francesco says...
Yes, says. Yeah, what does he say?
So far, we know of 2 cases in the village next to me, 1 kilometre from me.
Oh, 1 kilometre.
Kilometre.
Oh, gosh.
Wap, 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 wap.
That's a worry, isn't it? So, but are you panicking? That's what I want to know. Is what are people doing? Are they putting paper bags on their heads and climbing under the bed? Because that's what they used to do when there was the threat of a nuclear explosion, when we were in the Cold War. People did that.
So I did what? I was reading.
Oh, they were reading screed. No, they put paper bags on their head.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember? They used to think that the radiation... You were a kid of the 60s, weren't you? You were from the 50s, I think. And yeah, they used to think that the paper bag was the way to stop radiation coming to you. I mean, it was the most absurd thing.
Bizarre.
Yeah, bizarre. You could get probably bags in a bazaar, I should think.
You probably can.
Something like that.
Mark Selwood says he had to wear a face mask at work last night, cleaning all their pay machines, disinfecting everything. Good call.
Mark, you won't get it down in Cornwall. You won't get the virus down there. I mean, that's the one place on the earth that you won't get coronavirus down in Cornwall. They won't go down there. Oh, no. It'll take forever. Get on that bloody A30 or the A whatever it is, down to Cornwall, the virus. You never get down there. You're as safe as houses, you are. Unless, of course, the virus takes up surfing. There's a lot of surfers down there. There's probably a lot of sofas as well, but I don't know if you can surf on a sofa. Sofa surfing. People do that, don't they? Yeah.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo says, you are psychic. Have a lovely dins, lovely people.
Ah, why are we psychic?
I'm psychic probably because I assumed female, and it's female maybe?
Ah, it's maybe, female, maybe a female.
A female maybe. Now, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, that's
Is that really somebody called Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo? I can't see anybody there. Yes, so you can, yeah. Yes.
That's what the Bibbidi Bobbidi Bibbidi Boo.
What's that
the
from?
Fairy from Cinderella. Disney's Cinderella.
Disney's Cinderella.
Yeah. Nikki says the food looks good.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, it's very delicious. What I hadn't got, actually, I forgot, is these on the vine tomatoes. Look at that. They're on the vine.
I always prefer to buy them on the vine because apparently they still get goodness from the vine whilst they're on it.
Yes, because the vine is still alive.
Yes.
And it's teeming with insects. Nasty, horrible insects. Probably coronavirus insects. I'm so surprised that Mark thought that the virus would get down to Cornwall. I mean, I know people from 1908 who are still waiting at the bus stop to get down to Truro. There's no chance. By the way, Mark, I have organised the bed and breakfast. I'm staying in the same place that I stayed in before. And do you know what? They've welcomed me back and given me a discount. They took £25 off. They said, we'll have that bald-headed idiot back here. He was such a laugh. Mind you, his car nearly went into our front room because their drive is at about 80% angle like that, which, I have to get my brakes sorted out before I go there because you park on the car park in front of the house and, it's all touch and go. It's just don't push and go because otherwise it will go straight through their living room, which is a bit of a thing. So, is it time for a Nigel Sadler moment? Is it time for Nigel Sadler? Is Nigel actually out there? Have we seen Mr. Sadler?
Yes.
Yes, there he is. Shame about the tile of new James Bond. Oh, the title. The tittle? Shame about the title. No wonder they are delaying the premiere.
What is the new title? I don't actually know.
What's the new title of the James Bond film? It's probably something like I Got the Virus.
Mark Selwood says the Vobes show reminds me of the high spots of The Big Breakfast, Gabby Roslin and Chris Evans.
That's it. I'll be Gabby Rosalind. You can be big
ginger
chops. What's his name?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Right, I'm going into the video vault now, ladies and gentlemen, where we store all the videos that come in. And as you can see on the control panel here, there's about 875 of them. Now, very kindly, Monsieur Le Sadler has been travelling in a long, long distance from his home, which, as we all know, is in Tonbridge, or Tunbridge, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Well, he's not in Tonbridge. He's somewhere else. Any idea? No. No idea. None at all. Well, I'm sure he will reveal all if I press the right button. Here is the lovely...
Wait for the title sequence.
Wait for the title sequence, yeah. Here is lovely Nigel Sadler. And again, what is the matter with this sodding system? I want my money back. Oh, no, I didn't pay for it.
Major Minor says No Time to Die is the name of the new Bond film.
Oh, yeah, No Time to Die. That's right. This is No Time to Die. Here is Nigel Sadler, ladies and gentlemen. No time to die, but do up your tie.
Hello, Vobesters. It's Nigel again. This time I'm in Rochester. And behind me, you'll see Rochester Castle. But I'm not here for the castle. I'm here, partially, for for the cathedral, but I'm actually not here really for the cathedral. I'm here for what's in the cathedral. Wonderful west front.
I don't know where it is.
If you have any problem, let me know.
I'm here for the moon. Well, isn't that just magnificent? It's actually a 7-metre wide balloon with a light in it. Made by a balloon company, I believe based in Bristol. Possibly the same balloon company that might fly Richard and Julia later on in the year. I think it's Cameron Balloons who made it. It's been exhibited around the world at various locations in the last 10 years. I think Rochester is actually a little bit small for it, since there's not a lot of clearance between its edge and the side of the nave. I've seen photographs of it in much bigger installations where it looks really impressive. Bye from me.
Well, what about that?
That was cool.
That was very cool. There's a book called The Moon is a Balloon by David Niven, which is his autobiography, written by himself, funnily enough, and never featured that thing, or even Rochester, or even the cathedral at Rochester. But it is a book called The Moon is a Balloon, and that was a moon shaped like a balloon.
Is that the same one that was in one of the parks down in Brighton recently?
I think Kevin was
summer.
chasing after it, wasn't he? And he missed it.
It looks cool.
He
It's
went
amazing.
for a walk.
I like Dean Cooper's comment. Looks like the moon needs dimple cream. And who else was it? Oh, Peter May says, that's amazing. Look how many times the moon has taken a hit for us. Yes, indeed. Bad case of acne, says Barbara Charles. Wow, that's amazing, says Mike Dixon.
But
Kevin Hall says, it's that bloody moon I went to see in Brighton. When I got there, they had
Or
taken it
rather,
down an
they hadn't
hour
seen.
before.
what I want to know is, It's a balloon, so they just inflate it, presumably. I mean, because Nigel said there that it was almost too big for the cathedral, which is interesting. But could they not just not inflate it quite so much? Or would that change it? That probably change the shape of the balloon a bit.
Yeah.
Which would, or they could overinflate it so the craters, I wonder if it's possible actually if you could go up to the moon with a pump and make it a bit bigger. Because we could have all the new builds they're building in Sussex, shove them up on the moon. You only need a long ladder, don't you?
Yeah.
And to get down, fireman's pole.
Could have a space lift.
A space lift. That would be. I suppose a fireman's pole wouldn't work because people would be coming down the pole for a bit and then they'd just float away.
Your skin would just rub right off after all that sliding.
Yeah. Well, you could. I suppose you could put a bit of moon juice on it.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
What, moon juice?
I don't know why that's funny. It just really tickled me.
Bung a bit of moon juice on it.
All right, stop.
All right. I'm good. Talking of moon juice, I'm going to get one of these rather hot. What do they call these?
Pickled onions.
Pickled onions, and that's come out of that brown fluid there. Moon juice. Very, very, very.
Moon juice doesn't smell very good.
No. Do you like vinegar?
It's all right. Yeah.
I bathe in it every other day.
That smells amazing, though.
I bathe.
Do you know what it smells like?
It smells like vinegar. Moon juice.
It smells like vinegar when you get your nose into the jar. Yeah. But from this distance, it smells like
red wine gone off.
Frying onions. I know it's onion and
frying onions.
Yes, like you get the hot dog and the burger vans and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they fry the onions there.
They get a dog.
And you get that whiff.
Goes in one
Always
side.
gets me and I'm like,
nice and hot. Comes out the other. Moon juice. If anyone's actually got any moon juice, do send it in because it does sound rather lovely. I'm sure there must be somebody somewhere.
I bet there's an alcoholic beverage with that now.
Yeah,
sure.
moon juice. Because there's moonshine, isn't there? But moon juice says what it's on the tin, doesn't it? Moonshine, you expect to open up or get the bottle and pour it in, and you expect a nice, slightly bluey light to shine at your face and give you pock marks all over the place.
Ramaboo is in the house.
Ramaboo, ram it in. How are you, Rammy? How's your clammy hands?
Pastor Flaps is now. Oh, sorry, Pastor Flaps is now in the house as well.
Pastor, do you know that Pastor Flaps is part of the NHS and
Yes.
they do operations and things?
Yes.
Yes, they slice open bodies and pull out things like this.
I had to.
And they go, what part of the anatomy is that, Nurse Jones? And Nurse Jones goes, oh, I don't know, matron. Apparently, oh no, I'll tell you what that is. You have to come back to my little private house. Stop mucking about. No. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. Anyway, I did admonish myself. Was it last week or the week before when Pastor Flaps was here and he had to go, team have got to go and do an operation, whatever.
Oh, I had to zip
or
somebody
whatever.
up.
Excuse me. And I just said, goodbye and good luck to Pastor instead of your whole team. So apologies to your whole team.
Apologies, team.
I feel like we need some names.
But when you have to zip people up...
Give your team a name.
Because they've had the umbilical slice, it's not so nice. You just give them a big flagon of moon juice.
Yeah, moon juice, not moo juice, Linda.
Yeah,
Linda
not-
Kane says moo
juice.
juice is milk.
Yeah, moo juice, that's milk. No, moon. How are we doing? It's nearly 1:30, ladies and gentlemen, 1:30 in a couple of minutes. We're going to have the Andrew Norris moment, very exciting moment in the show. You're going to be really exciting. Now, you may remember, let's set this up. Can you remember what happened in the first part, lovely Julia? No, neither
You know what? I can't.
Well, it was some dude.
A lot's happened since then.
Some
I've
dude
actually seen him in the flesh too. Some dude.
in Croatia
Some dude.
wandering about.
Dude.
He's got a beard. He's got this sort of cat weasel sort of look about him. I reckon.
But much more presentable. Don't you think?
Yeah, I suppose because what's his name, Balaam, who played Catweasel, was dead. Jeffrey Balaam, wasn't it? He played Catweasel. I thought Andrew Norris is a really nice chap. I had a very long, in-depth conversation with him. No idea what it was talking about, but I nodded and smiled like you told me, and we had a fantastic time. And his mum cooked a lovely sausage casserole in this wonderful moon juice. It was delicious. And no, last time, I remember exactly, he was telling us about the legend, and he took us up a secret path. Do you remember? Secret path, and it went right up to the top. And when we got to the top, there was the hint of a church. And he said there were many paths up there. Excuse you. There were many paths. He said that's what happens when you have too much moon juice. Many paths up there, but that was the one he liked, and he had to go up. And he told me in real life it was a lot harder because the precipice was at least 3 foot.
Wow.
Yeah, and the rocks, those rocks that he crawled through, they were about 2 inches. He had to shrink himself down like Mrs. Pepperpot in order to get the perspectives right. What's the matter? You don't believe a word I'm saying?
I did at first, like an idiot.
Yeah, like a fool. How long have you known me now? Too long.
2.5 years?
Tuna.
2.5 years?
Tuna. 2.5 years. Right, we're going to munch some more. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. It is now time, yes, for the second part of this week's very special, delightfully put together, crafted, you might say, Andrew Norris moment.
Hello Vobesters, this is part 2 of the video of the settlement in the church. You can see behind me that there is a little track here where there are no trees growing, and this is because this is the old wall of the settlement underneath this earth. Let me show you. And here we reach part of the perimeter wall which has been excavated. Here I am approaching the apse, and here, quite evidently, are the stone seating where the priests would have sat while the bell tolled overhead. Now I mentioned the bell just now, and there are 3 legends as to the fate of the bell, what happened to it. The first story goes that the bell was simply removed from the church and conveyed to another church, and the fact that this site shows no sign of the settlement having been attacked and destroyed, and the fact during the excavation they found a mason's chisel, lends credence to that story. The second story is that the church bell was captured by Ottoman soldiers and taken away to be melted down to make Turkish cannons. Now, given that across the river there was a ferocious battle in the 16th century, lends credence to that story as well. But my favourite story is the third one, and that tells how the bell slipped from the grip of a priest perched on the edge of the settlement, and the bell tumbled down into the river, where it still lies to this day. And it is said that when the river freezes over, sometimes if you press your ear to the ice, you can just hear a sound which has resonated for more than 1,000 years.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't it amazing? Andrew, don't mean to take the mickey, but absolutely fantastic. Love your filmmaking. Love your storytelling particularly.
Yes.
Wasn't it good?
Yes, and Robert Croser is quite right. You have a golden voice.
You do. And very much looking forward to your next ones. And I think that's so evocative, bells. It's quite fortuitous that Francesco Bellringer, buying, happens to be there in disguise as
Frap.
And so that it was almost like a welcome back moment, with the bell, the distant bell under the frozen lake, being rung by tadpoles. Could have been. We saw tadpoles, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Well, we saw frog spawn.
Oh yes, sorry. Rung by frog spawn, the spawn of a frog, which is funny how it manages to get into that little round globule of jelly, which I'm reliably informed contains a glutinous amount of moon juice.
Globule.
Globule? What's wrong with globule?
Isn't it globule? I don't know. You're probably right, but...
Yes, you're probably right. Anyway, that was very nice. And later on, very, very soon, in about 10 minutes' time, ladies and gentlemen, we will be revealing what we did before and we're doing again. Yes, so don't go, because that's the big finale. It's something we've done before and we're doing again. I'm not telling you any more than that until it happens. You've got all the bits, haven't you? So that's all good. Now, by the way, tomorrow is World Book Day. World Book Day. Now, your son's got to attend school dressed up as something, and I was going to go to a school dressed up as something and run a class, but I'm not doing it because of the corona problem. But I would do it later on in the year. I'll dress up as something. But if you were to dress up as a character tomorrow, who would you go as? That's a question that we would like to know. Who would you personally go as? Now, it might be a character from a favourite book, or it might be a character that you've never read the book, but you like the character, or it might be anything. But that's the task that you need to tell us now. We need to see if we know who the hell it is, because you might mention, I always thought on National Book Day, people could turn up as anything. And they could, because the teachers don't know everything, and you could say
They don't?
No, you may not realise that, because I've been in these where I was a patron of reading. I've been in the staff room, and there is very nice people, but they don't know everything. So you could just make up a name. You could say, I'm going as Ernest Clamflaffer. And they go, well, who's Ernest Clamflaffer? And you could just go, well, it's from a book called The Incredibly Made-Up Adventures of Ernest Clamflaffer by author unknown. And they go, oh, well, you're making that up. You go, no, it's a real book. Look it up. And the teachers won't look it up. They get too busy because they've got 30-odd kids to go. And who are you? I'm Ernest Clamflaffer myself. In the incredible just made up version. Somebody's got to go as Philip Mercer, of course. He's the author. You can't go as the author. No, you have to go. I'd go as the bloke who'd eaten himself. The man who ate his own leg. Do you remember that one? That was a classic. Oh, that was a classic.
Yes, yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Cheryl Cragg says Fletcher, her son, has requested to dress as Mr. Tickle. Awesome. That's a good one. Kevin Hall says, are you going canoeing on a canal?
No.
And Robert Croser says The Witcher. Google him. Is The Witcher a book? I thought it was just a Netflix TV series.
Yeah, you can't choke on the show and die in front of everybody. Do it on the floor when nobody's looking. All right. It can't be a TV series. It's got to be a book.
Nigel Sadler says, I always go as Arthur Dent. You can tell I put a lot of effort into dressing up.
Yeah, he just gets out of bed, puts on his dressing gown, and away he goes. But is your dressing gown red with the yellow stripe on it? Or something like that? And anyway, I always think that's a bit of a cheat. Although The Hitchhiker's Guide is a book, it was a radio series first.
Was it?
1978.
Didn't realise that.
Yes, with Peter Jones as the book. And I noticed on Radio 4 they were replaying the latest version they've recorded, which really wasn't very good. It was very stilted. And they used somebody else, I can't remember his name now. They used somebody else to read because Peter Jones is dead. And Peter Jones just did it so perfectly. Nobody could do it. I don't know why they bothered, really.
Robert Croser says, yes, it started as a book, Julia. Oh, cool. Didn't realise that. Really liked the TV series.
We are very,
Netflix series,
we're very ignorant when it comes to people we don't know about. I am absolutely rubbish at
I
those.
think that's true of anyone.
Yes, I was just going to make
Okay.
I was labouring the point a bit more.
Go on then.
Well, I don't need to now because you've
Helped you.
helped me very, very swiftly. Yes. By the way, the food here at Hotel Vobes is rather delish, don't you think?
Yes.
It's
Nana B was
free.
asking what we're eating because she was late.
Oh,
Salady stuff.
we started with home manicured grilled
Cheese.
piranha, didn't we? Grilled in a white wine sauce. We had a little bit of barbecue koala, which was quite nice. Actually, there's quite a lot in Australia now. They're trying to get shot of it because about 100,000 koalas died, along with a few kangaroo. Singed kangaroo you can also get. It's quite nice with black pepper and a marzipan dip. But what was the other thing? We had a scallops and a scallops and a skillops and a scallops of something grey, furry, with two beautiful eyes that were looking up at us, going, as we tucked into it. I did feel a bit uncomfortable doing that. And some crisps. So that's what we had, Rami. We certainly
Had or having.
Oh, by the way, Rami Boo. What is a Rami Boo? I want to find out, what is a Rami Boo? What is it? Is it a character from a book, and would you dress up as it?
Nigel Sadler says Hitchhiker's Guide will be 42 years old at 10:30 this Sunday night. That's when the Fit the First was first broadcast on the radio. 42 years old. The meaning of life.
I always
The
think
answer to the meaning of life.
that's such a geeky thing. That is such a geeky thing that only somebody like Nigel Sadler would be there. I don't
think
mean
it's
that in a
cool.
bad way.
It's cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Oh. I used to get notified by people when a podcast of mine would do something like, it would be like The Naked Englishman would be the 2nd of January. It was like the 9th of, anyway, whatever it was, on a date that all ran together. It was like, today it's a unique day because the date does this and this, and I would just think, and really, you're right. What was that you gobbled up that killed you nearly?
I didn't quite finish it. The
Oh, moon
onion.
juice. Yes, pickled onion. It's very close to the point where we're going to do something that we did before, and we're doing it again. Yes, we're like the BBC, full of repeats.
oh no,
What's the matter?
Pastor Flaps. We
Yes.
are suffering technology meltdown. Have lost picture and sound, so we will have a watch later. Hope everyone has a fantastic week from myself and all the team here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sad to hear that, guys.
Have you had any coronavirus victims coming in?
I hope not. Well, it was
And will
nice.
they come in with their hair awry and their eyes googly or goggly? And will they be going like, like, what's that comedy? Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine that the coronavirus, we'll see the BBC News will be out and there'll be people go, one of these zombie films. The zombie apocalypse people, the people who do the zombie apocalypse where they all dress up and pretend to be all of that. You just won't know. People will turn up at that. People with coronavirus will turn up and there'll be other actors going, "You're really good at this, aren't you? You should join us." "Oh, I've got corona." They've all got to have long hair, haven't they? Because they all
Have they?
Yeah, because in these
Okay.
films they all have this long matted hair that looks like it's
I don't
been
know what films you've been watching.
back-combed. I've watched the back-comb.
The Backcomb zombie film.
Yeah, have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, it's internationally renowned. I think at the French Riviera, where they do get the Cannes Film Festival, they did the back-combed zombie film.
Ed Dow says, sounds like my brother in the mornings.
He's got the virus.
Sounds
He's
like-
already had the virus.
Sounds like me in the mornings, to be quite honest.
The trouble is, teenagers, anybody who's got a 13-year-old will not be able to tell the difference because mum, dad, the teachers, everybody on the train service, they'll all be going, and the teenagers, you know how teenagers want to rebel? They'll be looking at everybody going, oh, right, if everyone's going to do that act, we'll be very sensible and go to work, earn a living, clear up the streets, pick up litter, get up early, not drink, no smoking. That's the way to combat teenage rebellions, is to do exactly what they do, and then they have to rebel against it.
Ramibu2 says, a moniker. Didn't use my real name because too many little snot-faced trolls out there. Sorry. We're on YouTube.
But what does it mean?
I'm
does
getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
It is the first two letters of my three cats. Rascal, Missy and Buster.
Ah. And there was me, I was thinking, it must be some character from a Carry On film.
Emsa Mamo. That would be mine. that's what I was doing. Emsa Mamo. So that's Emerald,
Yep.
Sapphire, Maisie, Mojo.
Do mine. Oh, I haven't got any cats.
You haven't got any pets.
No. I've got pets. They're all watching.
That'll be a very long name if you take the first 2 letters of each of them.
That's true. Oh, look.
What about your children? So that would be...
Stanley.
Yeah, Stgebi. You pronounce it.
No, I have no idea how you would do that. It's not
No,
enough
you need it.
consonants.
Yeah.
You see, obviously, when Rami Boo named her cats, she had this in mind, and she thought, I need cats with consonants. Cats from the continent.
You don't want inconsonant cats.
No, certainly don't, because they blow up like a balloon. The only way to deal with them is get a funnel and fill them up with moon juice.
Robert Baxter says, I'm going to have to leave early so I can walk to the chippy before it shuts. Night all. Hope you get there in time. Hurry.
Yeah.
Run.
He's gone. Good. That's handy, because now that Robert Croser has gone, we can do the thing that we've done before and we are going to do again. And it is 8:45. Every 15 minutes, you see. Most, broadcasts will have the news and weather. But us, we have stuff that we've done before that we're going to be doing again. Should we play the video?
Let's.
Play VT, ladies and gentlemen. Play VT. Happy memories.
Oh, yes.
Happy memory. I really enjoyed putting that together because there were lots and lots of different bits that I could have clubbed together on that, but absolutely fantastic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing it again. We have booked another week. Little Jojo will be a bit bigger, so he'll almost be big enough to reach the tiller. which will give you a bit of a break. And I will be out there doing the filming and stuff. But we're going on a different canal this time.
Yes.
Where are we going?
The Oxford Canal?
We are going on the Oxford Canal. We were going to go on the Peak Forest Canal, which I think Float Your Boat. We just spotted you out there. Nice to see you, Richard and Fran. We were going to go on there, but we couldn't find an operator who was close enough that we could do as much as we wanted to do, because it's only something like 15 miles long. So we're going to do the Oxford Canal, because I know that's another narrow one, and we wanted I wanted her to go on another narrow one and on a narrow boat. So we're doing it again, and we're doing it again in October, because it is quite expensive on all the dates near the holidays, but not on the holidays, because, you know, in the peak times. So we're going to do it again in October, so we're hoping that we have good weather. And we, on the Bald Explorer group pages, we will be asking if people want to help us, because we'll be making videos. I know it looks like it's a holiday and all the rest of it, but we will be making videos.
Bloody worked hard on that holiday.
We did work hard. We worked very hard, actually. And we will be working harder this time, because I want to do double the amount, if
and
possible.
Jojo's going to take more containing as well.
Yes, it's going to be harder from that point of view. So hopefully people would like to see more of our adventures on the canal, and we've learnt a lot from the first one. Hoped that we could meet up with Float Your Boat, but I don't know, what their itinerary is, but we'll be there somewhere from, I think, the north end of the canal, of the Oxford Canal, at Basin 62, I think it was, or Base 62. Anyway, it's we've put the deposit down. We've just got to raise the other 900 quid. Yeah, 900 quid. So, and we've paid a bit already. So, any contributions,
Any sponsors,
anything like that would be absolutely fantastic.
Great.
Other good news, though, we've also booked up 5 days in a forest. Well, that was the original plan, wasn't it? But my goodness, we had a lot of trouble trying to find the right kind of cabin in the right kind of forest.
Yeah.
There were lots of holiday parks with other people about. We didn't want any of that nonsense.
No.
So we've actually found a cabin that isn't in a wood. It's in countryside. It's not in the wood, but there are about 5 woods very close to it. So we're actually going to do 5 days in 5 woods.
And I'm looking forward to it.
And the lovely Julia's coming along with the lovely Jojo. So that would be our wood one. Also, coming down to Cornwall to do another 4 days with Mark Selwood, and we'll do a couple of live shows, hopefully, whilst we're down there, which will be fantastic. Be all good laughs and things. And the lovely Julia and I are also going to Hampshire to do some walks on some ancient tracks and the hangars. So we're getting our year together for Bald Explorer videos, and we've yet to sort out when we go up to Northumberland.
Yes.
And see the lovely Cheryl Clags.
Clags.
Clags. Chags. No, Snags. What is it? Crags.
Crags.
I know what it is. So it'd be so nice to see her and Al.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. It'd be so nice to go up and stay. And they've offered that we can stay there a couple of nights, and then we'll probably go on and find an Airbnb somewhere else and bring little Joe.
Joseph.
So, we've got the beginning of the year, and hopefully Kevin and I are going up to Nottingham, which will be good. We've got some dates in Nottingham, a couple of days around there. In Arnold. I know it doesn't mean anything. So busy. So it's slowly getting this. I know it's still rainy. My only concern is if this coronavirus does really go mad, some of these things may have to be cancelled, because
Yes.
we may not be able to, the Airbnb people may say, we can't do it. Hopefully the canal won't, because that's going to be expensive. But hopefully their insurance they would get if we had to cancel and they had to refund us. But anyway.
Andy Stacey says, what about Wayland Smithy? I really want to go and film Wayland Smithy.
I do want to get a Somerset trip in as well. Definitely. But we haven't planned the whole year. Julia's got to go back and tell her husband all the dates that you're not going to be around.
Yeah, makes a change.
So that'll be good. That'll be good. So yeah. So what are the messages coming up?
Mark Selwood says yes, around the 29th April for me and Richard. So put that in your diaries, people.
I'll be going down on the 28th, staying on the 28th, seeing Mark on the Monday, the 29th. Is it a Monday? I can't remember what day. Well, I can't remember the days of the week now.
I don't know.
I think it's Saturday and Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, or something like that. I can't remember. But it's definitely the 28th to the 2nd. 2nd is a Saturday, I think. I can't remember.
Kevin Hall says if the coronavirus does get a lot bigger, it should make us all think twice.
About what?
Going places I shouldn't.
Oh, I see. It makes us think. Do you know, I think several times. Once in the morning, I think, oh, I better get up. Then I think at lunchtime, I'm hungry. Then in the evening, I'm thinking, I suppose, is it the Vobes show? So I do think several times, actually.
Yeah.
Just to, make that absolutely clear. Thanks to Mike Dixon, by the way, whose comment hasn't been noted. No, it was noted but not spoken, where he said he's enjoying the Vogue show with his neuroplasticity. He's into the neuro... Thanks. He's into neuroplasticine men. Yeah.
Plasticity.
He used to watch a lot of Morph, I reckon. That was plasticine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that it was quite good. Dean Cooper says, hangers sound good. You meeting up with Dave Ford? I don't think we are meeting up with Dave Ford. We've only got 3-4 days, I think. But the hangers are up in Hampshire, not down. We're not doing the New Forest, you see. So I don't think we will have time. I'm not sure. There's a number of things that already I'm scribbling places to go. One place that we want to go to is the zigzag path near Gilbert White's place.
Yes, it goes up the hanger.
Goes up the hanger, yeah.
Selwood?
Gilbert White?
Yep.
Selborne.
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 Yeah, that's it, Selborne. I called it Selwood. It's Mark's place.
Yeah. So that's one of the things.
Andrew Murphy says, after the moment of Murphy on Monday, my mum calls me her little film star.
Yes. Well, we are very much waiting with bated breasts, or basted breasts, actually, for another moment of Murphy.
Ramaboo2 says, need to take your narrowboat trip when Elijah is on school break so he can go too. No, unfortunately, that's kind of the point. We need to go off peak as such, not in
we can't,
times.
Unfortunately, the prices would be almost double if you went during the school holidays.
Not only that, Elijah is quite a handful, and I wouldn't be able to work.
No, I mean, we did...
It's bad enough with Jojo, but he's a baby, it's understandable.
We had long discussion about, the...
But it'd be nice if his dad could bring him.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Or if his dad did something with Elijah whilst you were away.
Yeah, his parents have got a narrowboat.
Oh, there we go. So they could go, and then we could play Chasey Hasey up the Lacey Macy. Yeah, no, we did have a discussion about that because I did think it was a bit unfair that Elijah can't go, but the thing is that underlines all of this because some of it will be hopefully sponsored by the patrons. This is work. I mean, the thing is, people see it and they think, oh, it's just and people think that we're an item. That's one thing that we always have to deal with. The other thing is people think that you're just out there having a laugh and making videos. But I do this for a living. Julia comes and assists and gets free holidays out of it, sort of thing. But it's not
working holidays.
But it's not really a holiday, is it?
No, I mean it's just
because
great
you've got a
for
camera
change of
shoved in
scenery.
your face every 2 minutes.
Someone actually asked us earlier on.
Oh yeah.
What it's how do we cope with watching ourselves on screen?
Oh yeah, how do we cope?
Well, me personally, I've had cameras pointed at me and my face on screen since I was a kid because my dad's a videographer as well.
Yes.
So
you're quite used to it.
I don't like seeing myself, but.
Well, when you edit your own and you do your own thing, you get over all of that very quickly because I'm editing myself and things and do these sort of things. And as a performer, in the end, you are anaesthetised by it. You just do it. You don't think, and that's why I try and get as many people into the videos as possible, because I think that people don't want to keep seeing me. I forget that people don't see me as much as I see me. If you saw me as much as I see me, you'd be bored rigid. Probably bored rigid enough as much as you see me already. You see what I mean? ICI. They were a chemical firm, weren't they? Philips,
Were they?
simply years ahead. Anyway, so it is a working. It is work. That's the problem, and one tries to explain this to people, and they don't see it as work, and it's very annoying because, we do provide the entertainment.
Ramabu also says, thought as a boy his age might enjoy a boat ride. Yes, he would, but
Yeah, but it's not a holiday.
it just wouldn't work. Like I say, I've encouraged his father to take him on a trip.
If my kids were of his age, I couldn't take them because I'd have to be a father all the time. It's different with Jojo because Jojo is,
He's pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he was brilliant on the first one, as you saw. If you watched the episodes, absolutely fantastic. It was just, we'd got him asleep most of the time anyway. And now he's very self-contained and can play with things. He doesn't answer back. He doesn't get bored.
Plus, he's been indoctrinated. He's been around the whole Bold Explorer situation since he was conceived.
And
so.
he's now the mascot. You do know that, don't you? He is now the mascot.
Yes, I think I'm aware.
And I think people are enjoying watching him grow up because he's growing up quickly, whereas a 9-year-old is growing up, obviously, but over a much longer time. Whereas, in 6 months, he's gone from being this big to that big. Pretty much.
Almost.
When he's about 9, he probably won't want to go. He'd be rebelling, you see. People think me and Robert Croser are an item, says Mark Selwood, and we have to bloody well deal with it, don't we, Robert? That's right. I think sometimes I think Robert thinks he is Mark.
No, it's funny, isn't it? A woman in this day and age, when married or otherwise, is not allowed to have a male friend.
Oh, no.
What century are we in?
Pardon?
What century are we in?
It's the 21st, not the 12th.
Apparently.
You see, people get confused because although it's the 21st century, they put the one on the wrong side. They think it's the 12th century where men are misogynist bastards, when not all of us are. I don't think.
You don't think?
Well,
I don't think much either. Oh.
No. So, it's a fascinating thing. And actually, do you know what? If truth be known, though, because I had to have this conversation with Julia ages ago because it was like, people are saying this. And I said to Julia, let them say it, because the more of a mystery it is, the more they'll want to find out and watch. And so we just kept that going.
Yeah.
And it's what is funny is...
It's mostly amusing.
Yeah, we get the last laugh. Sometimes I get the most appalling comments on YouTube on the Bold Explorer. I delete them, of course. Even Julia hasn't seen some of the really nasty ones.
Oh, God.
Because people do say the most
I've seen
ridiculous
something really
things.
nasty.
Anyway,
People
it
can be
doesn't really...
so rude and crass and disgusting.
But on the whole, we try to keep everything nice and light and jolly, which is
Whiskers on kittens.
whiskers. We put whiskers on kittens, and we put kittens in mittens, and then we dump them in a pulverizing machine.
No, we don't do that with chicks.
Oh yes, we only do
Male
that with
chicks.
male chicks. Yes, that's it. That's what we do. I'm eating too many crisps. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9 o'clock. We've got to go. Things to do, people to see, phone calls to letters to write, ears to pluck, hair to chime.
Hopefully sleeping kids to kiss. Good night.
Yes.
I left a nice big... Oh, that looked
What?
weird. And then a nice big lipstick mark on both of their foreheads when I left.
Oh.
Be interesting to see if they're still there.
Yes.
When I lived in Saudi Arabia as a kid.
Yes.
Every time we came home for summer, my nan, my dad's mum, would meet us at the airport, and she used to wear this bright pink, like candy pink lipstick, and she used to cover my face in it. Funny. Sorry, just random thought there.
Good. So let's go through the last things. Dave Ford, has anyone heard how his little dog is? I didn't know anything was wrong with it. Robert Croser says, my mum calls me a bloody disappointment. Yeah, my mum used to do that. The zigzag path is hard work. We fine with it because we're clever. The boy his age might enjoy a boat ride. Well, we might get a boat ride.
We'd need another adult there to...
I've been up the zigzag path, says Andy Friesen. Oh, well, good. How about a trip across the channel in a narrow boat? That would be lively and rather stupid. Robert Croser...
No, it's doable. It is good.
Yeah, not in.
But no, not to amateurs like us.
My boy enjoyed a narrowboat as well. Yeah, holiday, but holiday. It's not a bloody holiday. This is, I see, people don't get it. They don't get it. It's not a holiday. If you had been on board when we did the last one, Julia will tell you, I always have to say to people, I've got to make content.
Stop the boat. I'm filming.
Stop the boat. We're doing this.
Stop
I
the
need
boat,
to
stop
do a
the boat,
bit
stop the
there.
boat,
We
stop
need to get there. Can we stop?
Back up.
It's not a holiday. When I did my podcast, I'm sorry, we're just going on a little bit here.
Meh.
When I did my podcast in America in 2005 and 2006, I had two different people come on each different one. So it's 2006 and 2007. And on the 2006, a mate of mine called Jimmy came on one. We got up at about, I don't know. Well, I was up at least by 7, and I had recorded The Naked Englishman. I had uploaded the photographs of where we were. We went on the road, and I was still putting together, because we did a 30-minute podcast every day on our journey for 2 weeks straight with no breaks. And every day was like 7 in the morning, and then I would get out, go to bed at just after 10 o'clock at night. And we were driving, doing stuff and photographing and recording, and I was editing and all. The thing is, it's not. And people, you remember how I was sitting there editing in the evenings, trying to get the footage out, doing this every
evening.
Float your boat. You'll know. I mean, you make a video every week. And, imagine doing that every day. You don't have time. You don't have a life. And people go, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's a nice holiday.
You should have done that.
And
Could have done a lot of things.
You have to focus so much. You really do. Everyone's gone and said goodnight. All right, okay. I think they've all gone. Never mind. Well, thanks for watching. If you're still there, thank you so much for watching. We've enjoyed talking to ourselves for the last 5 minutes.
Yes.
Not to worry. Anyway, that's it.
By the way, sorry, one more thing.
Yes.
Ramaboo, it's not like Elijah hasn't been...
Oh, sorry.
Rude.
I know, I didn't mean to do that.
It's not like Elijah hasn't been canal boating. He does get to go. Like I say, his dad's parents, his grandparents, do have a canal boat.
Yeah, because you've done family holidays. And that's what
He's
family...
brilliant. He's brilliant at helping with the locks and pulling the boat in.
That's what family holidays are for.
That's how I know how to drive.
It's just this
the
is
thing.
a working
Yes,
trip.
That's right.
I try and call it a working trip because it's a trip that we work on. But people think it's a holiday, but, whatever. Anyway, enough of that gay banter. Onwards and upwards. Find the button. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to watch again. Back again on Friday.
For Pastor Flaps and team, hello, and
Hello.
I hope everything went well.
Yes, I hope you zip them up all right and that they can manage to get home in one piece. And all the other bits are probably in a little bag that you give them to take home and keep as souvenirs. Anyway, time to say arrivederci. Thanks for watching.
Good
Goodbye.
night, all.